Couch Rider, Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Hey, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is Joe, Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett, and my main man, stepped away from the mic for a second, Cam Rue will be joining us shortly in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the chosen one has arrived with his bowl of what he's eating today.
Protein pasta.
Protein pasta. Let's get it. Let's go. We already got folks in the room. Let's see what we got here today. Oh yeah, so it's dishwashing the day today, so I'm just drinking basic water. I thought you might be proud of me drinking my water over here.
I'm very proud of you, brother.
Cameron is saying hello.
Cam?
He's got to go to bed. He just wanted to pop in, and he yells at me about the cash app and all that good stuff. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. It is up. Jeez.
What did they say? You beat me. I beat him.
What happened?
Oh, Bless beat him then. Huh?
Oh yeah, it's usually a contest between these guys, man. So let's see what we got here. We got Bless Brian.
What up, brother?
What's good? We got Delicious in the building.
Oh man.
Said I'm first. How do you all? Let's see here. Who else we got in here? It says we got 6 people in the room, man, but I only see 3. You guys.
Come on in on the check-in.
Yeah, go on, check in. All right, so while you guys are checking in, of course, we got to do our normal business. First things first, G-Ro is still here. I know it's frustrating, but it's just something y'all going to have to get used to in life or whatever. I will be here saying this for a hot minute and until he gets fired. So. And then, of course, thanking you for the 1,132 seconds. We made it, folks. We all somebody. And then we're getting into, like I said, we did this 2 shows ago. It worked out pretty well. I think y'all liked it a lot. We're going to keep rocking with our motivational moment. This one, actually, it comes from my church. It's the power of spiritual momentum. So I want you to think about troubles that you're going through. And I want you to think about troubles that or conflicts you may have in your heart, in your home, or in your life. And then I want you to recognize that there's a country song that goes along with this as well. If you're going through heck, keep on moving, and you got to face that fight. But in order to have spiritual momentum in your life, you have to think of it kind of like a bicycle or a motorcycle. Remember the first time you decided to ride a motorcycle or decided to ride a bicycle? What happened when you stopped? You probably fell over. Right. Or you almost fell over if you're on a motorcycle. Hope you didn't drop somebody else's bike while you were training.
Almost did.
But spiritual momentum, you got to think about what spiritual really is. It's what drives you. It's that internal motivation, those internal motivators. What drives you from the inside to keep you going, to keep you on that bike. So as we go through with this motivational moment today, I want you to think about those conflicts in your life. Think those conflicts in your home and the conflicts just in your heart. And the only way that you're going to be able to get to the other side of that, to the brighter day, is to keep pushing, to keep moving, to not give up, to stay back on that bike and keep those wheels going. Because the second you stop and you let the adversary come in there and steal your joy, things will fall off in your life. You will fall off that bike, and it's going to be even harder to get back on. It's easier when you're rolling forward with that momentum because you got it internally. You got that thing that drives you inside, that wants you to help you achieve your goals in life. And the only way to stay on that bike is to keep pedaling or keep that accelerator keep that throttle completely down. Accelerate. Keep pushing through to those better times because they are ahead. This pain is only temporary. And as Tupac say, joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain.
Right.
So I want you to push through that pain to those brighter times and keep it rocking. Stay spiritually motivated. Keep that spiritual motivation, that momentum going. That is your spiritual motivational moment for today. All right, so let's see
I
here.
say something, Reverend, before you keep it popping.
Go ahead, brother.
I just want to tell y'all. First of all, I appreciate being here all the time with you, man. I thank you. But I just want to tell y'all something that happened to me. I believe it was yesterday.
Okay.
And thinking God has a way of showing you that things could always be worse, right?
Absolutely.
I'm at the gas station, had my dog in the back, and she started barking at well, in Jersey you can't pump your gas, they pump the gas for you.
Yeah, it's like a $20,000 fine or something like that, right?
Yeah, it could be fine, but nobody gets fined if you pump it yourself. But the majority of the time, somebody's out there. So the dude pumping the gas, and I said, I apologize because my dog kept going off because he was close to the car. He said, "Oh no, it's fine." He said, I know how it feels. I got a couple of those, so I'm thinking he's talking about in his house. The gentleman was living in his car and working at the gas station, and his car is literally right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, not to go all in depth in his story, but it's a way that God tells you, like, I know I got my situations and I got things I got to work on and my problems. And, until you get to even when you are financially blessed, you still got other things that you need finances for, right? But when that happened, I just said, Lord, all I said is thank you, God, because it could be the things that you don't, not saying that you're not grateful for, but the things that you don't think about, other people don't have.
Yeah.
Like this man he literally lives in. He told me, he said, all your dog needs is some heat and the AC, man. I just make it through until I can find a place. So it could be so much worse. We take a lot of things for granted, and yes, thank you, thank you. We take a lot of things for granted, but you gotta, not even just that we take it for granted, but just being thankful for what's there. You know what I'm saying? And it just puts a lot of things in perspective. So I'm glad you said that because it's just like, again, it's like a message. It's confirmation for myself. I mean, I know this is for everybody out there, but what you're saying today is confirmation for me because sometimes I get so rattled and caught up in trying to make my dreams and my blessings and make them more reality. You know what I mean? That you forget the blessings that you already have. Like I have a beautiful place. You can't see it. It may look like a little crazy with the door, but I have a beautiful place that I work my butt off for, and I'm blessed enough that I have my own way of living with my personal training. I have my own business. You know what I mean? And that wasn't something by plan. That was something that happened because I wanted to figure out a way to just really pursue my dreams in my acting and my music. So I was blessed enough that I was working for a gym called New York Sports Club, and then I stopped working for him and had an opportunity to work with this guy, and then him and his wife decided to leave. And I had so many clients, I couldn't just close. He's gonna close the place. I wanted to keep the place open, so I was able to start my own business from there. But and it's not like super lucrative like I would like it to be, but at the same time, it's not super lucrative like that because my heart is not into that. My heart is into my craft. But I am still when it may not seem that way, I'm talking to y'all because I'm just venting right now. I am super grateful and super humbled and very, very appreciative that I can work for me, not work for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I pay my taxes.
Taxes, man.
Serious right now.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I think just being grateful for where we're at and enjoying the moment. Live in the moment and be grateful for the things that you are. No, that's not the main message of the day, but definitely recognize where you're at and where you can help people. If you can, help them out. What I'm saying? That's kind of what we're in this world for. Ray Lewis said it, the most important thing that he learned was going through life is that we are here to help people. And so that brings it back to the Ravens perspective to let you know, like, hey, you know what? We got good people out there in this world, and you're one of them, man. So, and there's a lot in this room as well. So I know that y'all have it in you to go forth and help somebody. So I ask you to do that. Challenge you all to go help somebody this week. Anyway, so let's get into the topic. So we talked about how many people we got here. We talked about the motivational moment. Let's jump into the topic. Y'all saw the title. Can the Ravens D return to dominance? So, I mean, y'all seen it throughout the years. What do we do best? We run the ball and we play very, very good defense. And last year, it was terrible. We had the swing gates open and everybody was coming through the doors of the Ravens end zone. It was real estate just being sold or just being given away in Charm City. Charm City real estate was just insane. They just gave away every piece of it. I'm talking about the whole greenery, all of it. The whole field's bald right now. They took all the Bermuda off the field, every last bit of it. That's why the practice field looked like that, because it just kept draining out of there. Look bad. What can we do this year with all of these injuries? All these people coming back from injury. Can we return to dominance? Is it possible, sir? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think we can, but I think we still. I think we need to have the depth at corner that I don't think we really have it yet. I think we have some great corners, obviously in Marlon and Peters. The young boys behind them, I think they're going to be good, especially Davis. And I think Williams. I think people are overlooking Williams because he was the last fourth-round draft pick. And the fact that what happened with Sean Wade last year.
Yeah, that was Demarion Williams out of Houston, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The difference between Williams and Wade, Williams played outside, but he's not an outside corner. Williams, majority, if you ever watch his tape or any of the games, he played majority of the time slot or he played safety.
Okay.
That tells you how diverse he is. And he's not afraid to come down and lay the wood. He'll pause. He'll hit somebody. So he's not afraid to do that. As far as I'm gonna tell you when we became undominant, in my opinion. When the dominance started, like we was at the top of the mountain.
Okay, we had the apex, right?
And somehow we just slid on to the side, sliding. When good old Earl walked in the door.
Yes.
And he was part of Legion of Boom, but he wasn't the Boom. The Boom was Cam Chancellor.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely the thumper, no doubt.
Yeah. Now, the reason I'm saying that, the reason why I started to slide, because we weren't about talking. We were always about action. The talk was on the field. The swag was at its highest in 2018 when Tony Jefferson was starting to really figure it out. And he was just, he was in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's why it was when we had Weddle there, right?
All right. Lamar's rookie year. And again, we had a dominant secondary. Yes.
And we were getting ice cream after every game. That was his thing, That was Weddle's thing, man.
Right. And it's just the offense can never catch up to the defense.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But when we got 8, the offense started to catch up to the defense. And that's when the change. He definitely is solid. That's when the change started happening. I don't know where, I don't want to blame it all on Earl. It's just that's not what we're about. We're trying to get back to what we do. What we do best is the talking is on the field.
Yeah.
And it's all about the action, boss.
And it wasn't even necessarily the talking. It was the unwillingness to conform. What he did in Seattle it was a beautiful thing in Seattle, but Carroll runs his business differently. he
100%.
allows him to roam and do certain things on the back end, kind of like this guy over here. You
Right.
know, and back in the day, Ed was allowed to take chances to roam. As far and everybody recognized, all right, during that assignment gap that we know Ed's going to be all over the place, we need to fill that void. And so there was a trust and a communication situation to where they knew, like, hey, Ed's going to be doing him, Ed's going to be making plays. I need to make sure I can cover that space that he's about to vacate. And sometimes it didn't get covered, and some things got given up.
Mm-hmm.
But there was an understanding that, hey, this is how business is running in Baltimore. So Earl Thomas comes over with that same mentality, but the Ravens defense wasn't built that way. And Chuck Clark was the runner of that defense. He knew exactly where everybody's supposed to be. He was full on cerebral with it. And if you got out of place, more than likely he was going to put you back in it. And as far as a verbal assault after the play, kind of letting you know, like, hey, you know you was out of line there. You gave up that 40-yard play here. Hey, you just gave up that daggone play during the Titans game, that big old deep shot because you was out of position. You was peeking forward playing games. And I think, he just didn't have that discipline, and it wasn't taught to him in Seattle because they allowed him to range to go loose and get crazy or whatever, which was, it has this downside, it has this upside. But in Baltimore, it's more structured. It's not Rex Ryan's organized chaos anymore. At least it wasn't. And then, of course, Wink came in here and just started spamming the blitz button. But before that, it was structured. There was a full plan as to where everybody's supposed to be, where they're supposed to go. And while it looked like, okay, we're still doing the same thing, no, there was a lot more structure on that back end, better communication.
And let me tell you this. I agree totally with you, but one thing I'm attuned is that we tried to keep the organized chaos, even with Dean Pease. It was still the form of that because they didn't want to never get away from it. The thing is, the thing that you said was what you didn't say about Earl, what you said about Chuck, is what that man right there in the back. That's why he was able to roam, because he knew the defense in and out, and he studied his opponent. When Chuck was able to roam, I'm just going to get the best game he ever played was last year against
the Rams, right?
Because he was able to roam because he studied. Earl's his first interception, I believe. No, second interception. That year he was here. If he didn't play, he was not playing the defense. He was playing it like cover 3, just drop back. When that man back there said, "Look, if you drop back further, start off further back, you can play it that way like a center fielder, and that way you can see everything to come up and make."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you always. I mean, when you're trying to catch a softball, you always run backwards and then come forward. And I think, like you said, the communication piece, it was probably more there with Jefferson there, so that Clark could run around a little bit. He could feel a little bit more free because he had a guy back there that he trusted. I don't think the trust relationship was there between Earl and Chuck, but I think it may have been there during that Rams game. Even though Jefferson had just gotten there, I feel like the trust was a lot stronger there. The communication was better between the two of them, and it allowed Chuck, because he had already known, hey, this is where we're going to be. These are the things that we're going to do. That allowed him to play a little bit more free, have a little bit more fun. I think he had more fun than anybody that day. So let's see here. Let's go back. We'll pay some bills for a second. Bless said we're going to prove everybody wrong. I believe it.
100.
And then Big Red says you need to give Cam time to eat before he gets on the stream. He be looking mad vulnerable.
That's my MO, son. That's what I do. That's my part of it. Look, Cam is here when Cam is eating.
Yeah.
If you see anything with KT and you don't see Cam with some food, something is wrong. I told KT, he asked me to come on he was trying to get both of us. I think it was Saturday.
Yeah.
Right?
I think he got you. I told him that I would be limited with the times that I could come on. I can't get all the time. But
no, he asked me. I was like, I didn't have nothing to do. I was just in the house.
Yeah.
What was I eating? Some pie.
It's a pie day.
I said, yo.
Pie day.
I said, it's my MO, bro. I gotta eat. He said, ain't nothing. I said, I'm just letting y'all know, whoever jump in the screen, That's what I do, baby. I gotta
Oh my gosh.
sitting there chopping it up, baby. We gotta chop it up and eat some food. You can't chop it up
So
and
you
just
got you got your food. You know, you do your food thing. Cameron does his hustling thing.
food, boy. Cam hustle. He hustling
That boy.
hustling the pops, yo.
Apparently he wants us to buy him Pokemon cards or something like that. Apparently that's what the funds are going to. Apparently he's done with QT, so he
Oh,
wants Pokemon cards now. Like whatever, dude. And they like bug me every night. Like, how much do we make? I'm like, I didn't even do a show. If I don't work, I don't get paid, bro.
excuse Miss Bowman, I am eating I ate protein pasta.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
miss
So
on
there's a
there.
few people in the room we didn't say hi to. So yeah, Miss Bowman, what's happening?
Oh, family.
And then Ayatars.
Don't be calling me Miss Bowman. Don't be calling me Miss Bowman. I don't have no pie tonight, bro. No pie tonight. I felt bad. I ain't no pie tonight, bro. Right?
You got to get it in, man. Get that
Yeah,
meal
you
in.
know what I'm saying? Trying to eat. I had a whole bowl of that. Still got my water.
Yeah, I got water. I got water. I did go running today. I did some exercise. It was great. All right. And then Big Red says, I dig that, but I feel like he don't be able to get down the way he want to eating. I guess.
For me?
Yeah. He's saying you ain't able to eat how you want to eat when you're in front of the camera. I'm like, he don't
So,
eat
I don't care. Yeah, I'm treating y'all like y'all family. We up in the business.
We on the couch, man. That's what we doing.
I'm eating. I'm not now. Now we eating some chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been told that I need to walk away from the table after I've eaten some chicken. That's how bad
it got. Red be up there like.
She told me straight up, this girl, I don't know if it was a lunch. It wasn't a date or nothing. We was sitting there together, and it was me and a group of girls, and this girl said, I should call the police for what you did to that chicken. I need you to go sit over there. And I was like, it's like that. And she was like, you just made the dog jealous.
So you gotta eat all of it.
Yeah. So it was crazy. Anyway, we better keep moving forward here.
Go ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
let's talk about we talked about the defense. We know that we have strengths, we have weaknesses, and let's talk about those. And I wanted to start with secondary, then go into the D line, inside linebackers, and then outside linebackers. I want to talk strengths, I want to talk weaknesses, and then I want to give them a grade. So let's say with the secondary, when we had already started with that, we know our strengths. We got Marlowe as a strength. We got Peters as a strength. We got Williams and Hamilton, and of course the brain, Clark. I believe he is a strength still with this team because he knows the entire playbook back and forth, and I think he's going to have to absorb another one with McDonald. And I think he'll probably already do that before he get to camp. That's just how he is. That's that motivation he has. But as far as the weakness, you mentioned it already. What are we doing at nickel corner? Some people believe that Stevens is going to be the guy, and because he had about 72 tackles and 3 pass defenses in 2021, he's versatile. You can put him in multiple roles, and he can just do a lot for this team. But my problem with that is if you had 72 tackles, that quarterback was targeting you a buttload because they saw something there.
That's true. That's very true.
What are your thoughts there?
Who's the guy you said? I'm sorry.
Brandon Stevens.
I think Brandon is going to be a better outside corner than he is a nickel. I'm going to be honest with you. I think, like, remember when it was you and I and Engraving on here? I think Brandon he's so smart. He can play wherever, but it's just the fact that he's still young on the defensive side of the game, or the defensive side of the ball, opposed to being on the offensive side of the ball. Remember, I gotta remember he got a scholarship to college to play running back. He played running back for 2 years before he transferred to SMU, right? So I think, and I'm hoping right now in my head he's the third outside. Sorry, my phone, my client keep hitting me.
You good, bro?
my
Businessman.
I think right now he can be the third. He can be the third best outside corner that's available right now because he can play corner. I think he just got to work on his press. You know what I mean? And that's why you got that's why you got Marlon there and you got Peters. If he sit under them, bro, I think he'd be perfect to go outside, and then Marlowe can do what he does when he was an all-pro, jump right inside. You know,
But she
And
said
then
I can
Morris
definitely
got a
see Brandon out on the outside, and I'm with it. I think I agree. I think we have strengths when it comes to our outside. I say with Steven sitting on the outside, with Jalen Armour Davis, I think he's also built for that outside. And then of course having our starters there, there's depth at that outside position. What the problem is the inside. I don't want to see a
Yeah.
Robert Jackson coming in here trying to play inside. I don't want to
This is
see
the thing.
Kevon Seymour sitting
Right.
here at inside. I want to
I
see
ain't even counting him.
huh?
I ain't even count. No disrespect to the brother. I ain't even count. I'm not even counting Seymour. This is my thing, dude. Oh, man, I think because they did so much with Brandon, like just let him sit there on the out and just let him learn, bro. Get his technique down because he'll get better as a safety. But right now, just let him hone in on that craft. You know what I mean? And then you can slide him. The thing that I love about our defense is that we do have positionless players in multiple, especially in the secondary.
Yeah.
I think every one of the corners can slide into nickel. Even Peters could slide into nickel. Peters could play safety if he needed to.
Yeah, I'd prefer him at safety versus nickel. I think I
Yeah,
like
exactly. But
I like him in any type of where a zone capability, zone possibility is.
Yeah.
I like Peters in that type of zone.
Yeah.
I definitely like
think
Marlowe as a nickel. For some reason, I don't know. I look at when I watch him play nickel though.
Mhm.
People want to try Marlowe like big time more than they would try him on the outside.
he's a bigger corner.
Yeah,
So they think that he can't be as shifty as he is, but
yeah.
that track background comes in. KT, what up?
Oh, KT is here.
Yeah, I think that track background comes, and he's very fluent with his movement. So his track background is definitely beneficial to him going inside to play in the nickel spot because he can move like that, and he's tough as nails. Joker could. They even said he could play linebacker if he wanted to. Like that's how he's built. Like he's jacked.
Yeah,
Marlowe's pretty jacked.
players when we used to have so many. We had versatile players. We had a guy. What was it? He ended up going to the Patriots. Can't remember what his name was. Trevor Price.
Mm.
It was. Trevor was playing defensive end at one time, defensive tackle. They had formations where he was actually dropping back to safety and coverage. I mean, it was insane. The chaos, organized chaos of what Rex Ryan ran and what he was able to get out of Price. I thought that was just highly impressive. And then there was another guy. No, I don't think Price went. It was another guy. I can't remember what his name was.
Play outside linebacker, or what did he play?
Yeah, he was outside linebacker.
Where'd he go after he left?
He went to the Pats. He's the one who went to the Pats.
Talk about Darius Thomas.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes. Adalius Thomas.
Darius Thomas.
Yeah. So he was the one that was extremely versatile. It could be all over the place. And it's kind of like, you're hoping that you can get that type of play out of these players here because you want to see that versatility. You want to see that unselfishness, that ability to just pretty much be all about the team and not necessarily about the stat. Of course, Age is just sitting there looking like, dude, what are you doing? Nope. That's not what we do. We go get our bag. All right. Let's see. KTSC says we'll have the number one ranked unit under McDonald. I think he is an exceptional coordinator.
Because they are kind of nervous right now. Do you think that I know KT said something about bringing Fuller back home because he's a free agent right now. Kyle Fuller. How do y'all feel about if we did? But Kyle Fuller is more of a he's an outside corner, but I think he's better in the slot too, like his brother. But how do you feel about if Joe Hayden gets signed by us?
Joe Hayden?
Yeah, I like Joe Hayden.
That's the thing. When the mind gets sharper, the body gets a little slower.
Yeah.
Putting Joe Hayden in the slot.
Huh?
Yeah, put Joe Hayden in the slot. That really turns this unit up a notch. That makes them even more better. I hate to say more better, but he is more better.
Brother, because only reason I'm bringing up corners because we still technically we still don't have we only have really 4 corners on the depth chart that's actually going to make the team on the outside. I'm not even talking about the slots like I think a Darius Williams Washington has a chance, right? Yeah. I think if you want to calculate it to be Williams, Darius, Davis. We don't know if Biggie gonna make it. You know what I mean? So that still leaves Marlon. That's 5 corners.
Yeah, I mean, I can see a Kyle Fuller. He's got a little bit more speed than Joe Hayden, but I think Joe Hayden. I mean, Joe's got a lot. He's got a more complete game than Kyle Fuller, and so I think the
No.
speed would
Yeah,
be the key seller.
he does. I just think that Joe. I'm not saying Kyle's not a smart corner,
Yeah,
but I think that like I don't want to see him in man to man. Like I know. Well, I know we're probably going to do more zone this year anyway. So maybe Kyle or Joe is fine with me. The only reason I thought about Joe because I really love when Marlon was able to go inside to that slot. Yo, he just played at a different level when he didn't have to just stay on the outside. Every time we're able to move him in and out, like he started off at the outside and we move him into the slot. He just that's the 2 years he was all pro.
mm-hmm.
That was what 2019, and when we got Marcus Peters as the first year, he was all pro, and
Okay.
then the COVID year, he was all pro because we were able to move him inside. Every
Yeah.
time we able to move him inside, he just plays differently. I don't know if it's because he closer to the ball or he's just seeing it, seeing the field differently. I don't know.
He does what he has to do because he has to do it. There's nothing else, nobody else.
But you can be also as a slot, you can be more. You can if you pressing, you can be a lot more aggressive at that point because there really is. It's just you and them. They got to get through you. It's just like you banging the tight end, like pause. Just like you. Just like you tight end. You know what I mean? Because you inside. But if you on the outside,
our team keep it clean. My license has been revoked.
If you play outside corner, like it's just more visual. Like you can see the ref is gonna see that a lot easier, opposed to you doing something like you really pressing and being super aggressive inside. That's why Tavon was a pit bull because look, I'm not the biggest corner, so I gotta get physical with the receivers so they can't say nothing. You know what I mean?
Big Reg, he came at me. He said we don't need no vets. Let the young guys play like you say on offense. I guess you got me. You got me. you got me. I got nothing.
Shut up, Reg. Shut up, Reg. Shut up, Reg.
I got nothing for you on that one. I mean,
shut up, Reg.
You're right. I think with what we have, if the season started today and we had to say Demarion Williams, you are our slot, I'd feel confident in it. I'd feel confident with Marlowe and Peters on the outside. Our safeties, I feel extremely confident in, and I would feel confident having Demarion Williams out of Houston come in there and be that slot, and I think we would be okay. Let's see here. I think we'll move forward just a little bit here. We're moving over to the defensive line. So I said the strengths. So this is kind of I'm going to go with the three strengths, and then I'll talk about a weakness, and I'll say why in a minute here. Our strengths. Partially, I'm going to go with Calais Campbell, Pierce, as long as he stays underweight.
Yeah.
And then Matabese and Travis Jones. I feel like those guys have solidified this position, and it makes it pretty solid. However, the weaknesses.
Logic is still good. He don't forget about him. I know he under the radar, but
who that?
Roger Washington. Washington is
oh yeah. I just think that this is one of those guys who's also probably going to be buried on the depth chart and not get as many reps because you have a lot of these guys in there. CC goes down, then yes, he's going to get a few more reps. But as far as the weaknesses go, I say CC is part of that weakness because of availability. Your best ability is your availability. Health can be a concern. Weight can be a concern for Pierce. He's already on Harbaugh's dog list. He's just like, hey, look, you know what? We got a vacant spot down here in this basement. Tyson is out of here. You could possibly be in there, Pierce. Just make sure you watch what you're eating, buddy. Don't be in here eating the same stuff as Cam Rue over here. Y'all's diet ain't the same. Y'all can't do that.
Nah, it ain't the same. I'm trying to put some weight on.
He's trying to build. You need to go ahead and just go with that low-calorie diet right there. You know what? Matter of fact, go to the California diet. You got to throw up a couple times before you come to camp. Just make sure you are off Harbaugh's crap list because he will put you in that doghouse. And ain't no seeing no light of day. Look, McAllister's still down there. Hey, man. Anywho, so you have the availability, the health that is an issue. Calais Campbell, he's a 15-year veteran, so that age sometimes creep up on you as far as your game. He missed 7 games in the last 2 seasons, and he only had a sack and a half last year, so that could possibly be an issue. Pierce, like I said, came in 412 pounds in the camp or something like that, and Harbaugh said, "Nope." He said, "There's the door, young man." And then of course Wolf, what we getting out of him? Besides what he's getting out of us, which is about around $3 million, just easy money. And we can't cut him because he's still gonna get paid his because it's guaranteed basically.
I think I don't think. Well, we're getting when we do the starting lineup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. It could start off as the veterans, and it could by the middle of the season it'd probably be one veteran on that defensive line that's starting, and that's Calais.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm thinking that is because one, I think we got to steal in Travis Jones. I know we got him in the third round, but he's there's no way he should have got that far there. That's one. And he's played so many reps. He's played the million reps. Like, he didn't come off the field at Connecticut. So his heart rate is up. And have you seen the Joker? The Joker's jacked. He's jacked. He's jacked. Yeah. Like he's
jacked like Big Baby Jack.
He doesn't look like he's 325 pounds. Like,
he wear like Brandon Williams used to wear.
Yeah, he wearing it better than Brandon because he ain't got no stick.
Better than Brandon. Brandon was pretty jacked, man.
He's like on that Aaron Donald. Like, this is about to be. I'm gonna turn into the Hulk for real. Like, Aaron Donald 300 pounds. He don't look like 300 pounds. He look like he's about 250. And that's how Travis is holding. And they was out there. I was like, oh, his brother's arms is ridiculous, man. Mm-hmm. Like he looked like he could be a professional wrestler. Like he's a big dude, man, but he doesn't. He looks. The thing I think he's going to start probably by the middle of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Matabike. Not yet, anyway. Next year, I think he'll definitely be a starter, but I definitely see him like going back to his role if Wolf is healthy. Going back to his role of being a rotational, that's definitely on third down. But I think Travis is going to help him out.
Okay.
I think Michael Pierce is probably going to start, and then they get to that point where they probably going to get back to that rotation where maybe he'll start, and then Travis Jones will start, and then he'll start. And Travis. Only reason I think that is because Travis can play those reps, and he don't have any medical, issues like Michael Pierce does.
Okay.
If we can, that's the only thing. The only thing that's holding Roger Washington back is honestly Wolf.
Yeah, and I think if Wolf is out again, which we got an update on his health. I don't feel confident about this dude.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to retire. That's some. He got some scary injuries, bro.
Yeah, I was scrolling through Twitter today, and I saw that he killed a buffalo with a bow and arrow, and then he ripped the heart out of the buffalo.
Oh, Wolf?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess he's ready to play ball.
I'm like, he's ripping the heart out of it. I guess so.
Back to the native roots, bro. He
like, all right, bro. If you doing that, maybe you're ready for football.
He ready, yeah. Never mind. He don't need to retire.
So check this out. So Big Red says, let the young dogs out on the line. I truly believe that Travis Jones, Broderick Washington, and Justin Matabike can provide interior rush and superior run stopping. I think you may be right. I gave this group an A- in the group. So I gave the secondary, I gave them a B because, like I said, we just don't know what's happening with that nickel, and that could be a major issue. We run into somebody that plays like Tyler Boyd, because I think Tyler Boyd might be in a little bit of trouble in Cincinnati right now, so we might not have to deal with that issue. But if we run into somebody who uses the slot receiver like crazy, we need somebody to match that up. And if we don't have Marlowe in there running the slot, and if the Demario Williams is a question mark and comes out and still has some growing pains, that could be a problem. So I gave them a B. I gave this defensive line an A- simply because of the health issues availability.
Well, it's really just Pierce and Wolf, because Calais was pretty much he gonna be there. He just got cut. Like he had like over 70% of the snaps last year.
Yeah,
like
he still missed. Was it five games, I believe, or he missed 7 games the last 2 seasons. So he still missed a few games
Well,
This
not,
year. So.
this past season he missed 7 games. You talking about?
I said well, it was a combination. The last 2 seasons he missed.
Oh, the season. Well,
So I think he missed like 2 this year, and I think he missed 5 last year.
yeah, because of the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So it was COVID and injuries, and we didn't get him or Big Baby back until playoffs.
Yeah, well, he. I think he was put down for COVID twice.
Yeah.
It was Roger, but I think he only had it one time.
Yeah, it was like the second he got out of COVID, there was another injury involved with it. I was just like, man, we ever gonna get these guys back? It was a horrible year.
He's the only one I was worried. As long as he good with the COVID, like he good after that, because that COVID I think it hurt him because he's asthmatic if I'm not mistaken. So that's what probably really. So I'll give him a pass on that because before that he never really missed any games. Before he got to Baltimore, like he's been available. He's been very durable. I think if we cut his snaps down to 50, he can start the game. Reg, I don't care if he start the game because we need a tone setter in there, but he don't need to be in there all the time. Like he was playing every snap. I want him to get his 100 sacks, bro.
Who that? Oh, for Calais?
I want Calais to get his 100 sacks, man.
Yeah, with it.
He deserved that, man. That man's he's a future Hall of Famer. He deserved them snaps. The sacks. I can't even get the word out right. Go ahead. Anyway,
the last person that was in the doghouse was Alex Collins. Oh man, I thought Bernard Pierce was in the doghouse. Yes, yeah, Bernard Pierce. Then Alex Collins was in. So yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. I think anybody who fumbles, John just completely cuts them out of the will, cuts them off the Christmas list, doesn't invite him to the holiday party, nothing. He just like, not happening. All right, so let's see. I says Tyson got beside himself thinking he ain't have to play like Justice Hill.
Told you, special teams, brother. Your man didn't want to do the special teams.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get emotional about this tonight. Y'all ain't gonna have me hot about Tyson.
See, this is my thing. Like,
I'm just glad he's free, man. He's free.
He's free. He better go. I hope he plays special teams someplace. No, you got to play special teams. You want to get on the team. You're not going to just come in here and think you're going to get that role. Like he thought, like I had it made. B. I'm going, nah, B. It's different.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Big Red says I got no problem with Calais Campbell. He can still push that pocket. Yes, he did. He did block the kick in the Colts game. Yes, now I'll be honest with you. Earlier in the game, he was getting handled. Now when Calais, he was getting handled on that line
because ain't nobody else helping him, brother.
JT was getting loose, and Calais was just getting swallowed up by the guard in the center. I was just like, what the heck?
2 jokers on him every time. Like,
yeah.
Where was Pitt? I don't even think he played in that game, did he? Big Baby. He didn't play.
I think he was there too. It was just a bad. It was a bad day, but like I said, this is a team that runs 13 personnel.
Yeah, but I was about to say Indianapolis offensive line is serious, man.
Yeah, it's like they getting all the help. Sometimes they switching the tight end. Like, hey man, we're gonna bring this extra offensive line. Mm-hmm. They wanted JT going off.
Well,
yeah, and he did.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so let's go back here to I. And he says, yes, sir, no special team, no play time. You're right. He says, Tyson going to end up in the USFL. Y'all just disrespect. He said, try to get me started. Get me emotional up in here.
Right.
Just know
he's red phone tonight. I see, sir.
And he gonna go somewhere and he gonna do something big. Y'all just wait.
I really hope so.
Uh-oh. Cracker Jackson in the building. All right. He says our defense doesn't matter if our offense isn't up to the task. Our offense won't be good enough as long as Roman is here. Pessimism. Moving forward. So let's go over to
Jack. Don't start tonight, man. Just take it easy. You still venting. You sound like that was you scoring like that's your ex-girlfriend or something. Let it go, bro.
I know he just really he got something against
him. Live with what we got right now. Let's make
probably sitting there just like calling Roman talking about. Look here, fam.
And another thing
on site.
And another thing. Oh my God. I can't stand it. What? Calling me again. Stop texting. I don't care. You keep responding to the text. And another thing. Let it go.
Roman ain't on Twitter, man. He probably needs some therapy. All right, let's go over to the inside linebackers. So we have the inside linebackers, I think a strength is the experience. You know, when you're learning from Ray Lewis, when you won a championship, when you got to be tutored. You know, I think Bynes is a magnificent strength for this team. He has what it takes to be able to run the center of this defense. Patrick Queen.
What? KT, what you talking about with the pushing P? Pushing P who? Pushing P. You gonna have to text me, bro.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You want me to talk about some pushing P remix? Who's pushing P?
I don't know. I mean, he must be listening to a different album or something. But
you talking about pushing T? Ain't no pushing P. Who pushing P, brother?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Here we go. So KTSC saying Malik Harrison and Patrick Queen are starters. Well, I think Justin Bynes might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I think because don't get me wrong, I really do want to see Malik Harrison get the start, but his pass coverage skills are kind of a little sus. And so, you know, Pat Queen, of course, sitting in the wheel, he's able to do what he does best, and that's just shoot, go crazy, not have to think about it, just go for it. Malik, you know, we're like I said, I love to watch him thump, you know, with pause, but I like watching this guy like completely beat up the run. You know what I'm saying? He just goes after the run, no problem, shuts it down. He's got great vision in that aspect. But when it comes to the pass, he is a little suspect there. And I think Bynes has a little bit better coverage. And you see that every time we play against the Chiefs. Like Harrison is just kind of like, all right, well, I got to get benched again. Here we go. Let's move forward. Yeah, like KTSC, you got like,
how about?
Huh?
Hey, yo, KT, just text me. I don't know what song.
Dude, he has got. Do you type like 60 words a minute or something, man? Or he is fast.
I don't think Harrison going to play inside linebacker that much. I think they really working him out so he can try to become a Sam linebacker, man. I think that might be his future anyway. Yeah, being a Sam outside linebacker because of his size.
Good luck trying to get reps. I mean, geez.
Yeah, he gonna try.
All right, so let's see. Torres says, got to give Roman some breathing room. They what
is KT talking about?
I don't know. He keep going. I don't know. All right, so they catered to Hollywood, his big mouth and his ego by giving him 146 targets. Roman didn't drop them passes. Hollywood did. So let's see what we have in Roman now. So I agree. I think, you know, you got to look at how they changed up the offense between 2020 and 2021. When you see in all of those targets going to Hollywood, there's no way that he could have been selfish, is there? Or like he's saying that, you know, the Ravens didn't cater to him. No, when you get 146 targets, you're being catered to. That is the platter.
He said that? He said Joe catered to him?
Yeah, he said that the offense wasn't designed the way that he liked. But at the same time, like, dude, if you're getting fed, like, I'm pretty sure, you know, Wallace is sitting there like, I like some of that 146. Right? Can I get a little bit? You had one target. One.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I think he might as well just come out and say it. Like, listen, I want to play with a pass first offense. That's all. Just say what it was.
And the thing is, he won't get 146 targets. He won't, because you got more over there. I think Andy Isabella's still over there. You got Green. I mean, and then of course there's Hollywood in the midst of that. He will be a backup dancer by the time Nuke comes back.
No, he gonna. You ain't gonna trade for a first round draft pick and then you picked up his.
Well, I mean, he'll be playing second fiddle to Nuke.
Oh, he gonna play second fiddle to Hop. That's what it is. That ain't gonna be a problem, but not to Moore or Isabella.
They'll be eating into his workload. Like here, he didn't have too many people eating into his workload.
It don't matter. He just wanted to be a pass first offense, and it's an offense he already knows. Like, he want to feel like he back in Oklahoma. Listen, man, how many times? Think about it. How many times he really had to block at Oklahoma? Not many.
Nah, he was out there playing in the slot, ready to get loose.
Yeah, so it come down to being wanting to be physical. That's not him. It is what it is, man. He's water under the bridge.
Yeah, we better go back to defense. Sorry, we got off track. Every time y'all throw us off, we go on the squirrel for a minute. All right, Jack saying Queen ain't that guy. He too little.
I don't know.
I don't think you really putting much behind. I mean, prototypical size.
Man, He's too little. I mean, the dude is 235, bro. He's like the normal
Yeah.
inside linebacker in this day and age of football. So he had a good size. I think that
I mean, go ask Tampa Bay what their linebackers are. You know, they're more speed than anything. They're
yeah,
more speed,
they
and
were
you
all the
know
same
they
size, bro. He about the right size. He
yeah.
need to get up there. I mean, he's a weak side linebacker. I think he'd be best at weak side. You know, no, I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Oh, you good? So Josh is saying, excuse me, Big Reg is saying Josh Bynes is slow, but I've watched him since he played at Auburn. He's an instinctive linebacker. That's the thing. You
Yeah.
need those. You need good instincts. You got to have good awareness in that position because honestly, you are the brain of the defense at that time. And if they're planning on phasing Chuck out of holding that green dot, I wouldn't trust anybody else but Bynes to hold that dot.
Hey, listen, I Chuck said he wants an extension because he wants to know that Baltimore has him here for the long run. So that's why they got to trade him. You ain't got no choice. Either you give me an extension, which they can't do. So basically, just say, "Yo, can you trade me?" That's how that's a way of saying I want to be traded, or you show me that I'm part of your future. So, but I'm not really part of your future because you just drafted this dude. So just trade. Just come out and say it, bro. It is like I'm tired of all these jokers just doing these underlined. Just say what it is, man. Shoot it from the hip. It's not that
Mhm.
bad. It ain't like y'all being disrespectful. Hollywood ain't gotta be, he ain't being disrespectful. Chuck don't have to be disrespectful. Say, what it is. Like, listen, I understand what it is. It's the business. Can y'all trade me someplace where I know I'm gonna be good? That's all. Keep it light. Keep it real light. Real
Mhm.
light, real simple. Don't get all broke up. Everybody all broke up. If anything, if he really wanted to get his money up, I would stay. Now that would be to his benefit, right? It wouldn't
Right.
really be to our benefit. I would stay and ball out another year because he just now started last year was probably his best year by far.
Okay.
Showing that he can play, be a good safety. He had what 2 or 3 picks, I believe. I know he had 2 in the Rams game. I think he had one
Yeah.
in
I think he had
another
one
game.
earlier. I think it was off a tip. What?
Yeah. So last year was his best year. He's a good safety. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But we want to run that three. We want to run that big nickel. We need to be able to run the big nickel because everybody want to pass the ball, and then that just gives you more opportunity to showing how diverse you are. You going when we run the big nickel, you sliding into linebacker.
You go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, brother. Keep talking.
You're gonna slide into that linebacker spot, and then you just showing your diversity. If you don't want to be there, it's good. It's all right. We just gonna keep it pushing. Look, Tony Jefferson is back. I'm saying this a lot. I don't care if he's starting, if he's just coming in on certain packages. Tony Jefferson is going to help set the tone for that defense that we need. I'm telling you, he's been a Raven since he got here. He sets the tone. The last time I seen that type of tone is when Ed was here. Not saying he's Ed Reed. I'm not saying that, but when Ed was here, when we had Landry, those type of safeties that come in and they set the tone. They set the tone. You got to have a tone setter. Chuck doesn't set the tone. You want somebody to come up and ring and just try to knock the snot out the Joker that's across from him. He set the tone. Even though you know how somebody keeps setting the tone. Even when you losing, you still playing with an attitude. He ain't give up not one time in that Cincinnati game. You see how he walked by Joe Burrow and he bumped him because he don't care. I don't like you right now. I don't like you, and that's how you're supposed to play defense. I don't like you. I don't like you. You could be my brother. If you on the other side, you got them different colors on, you get in the business. After the game is over, I love it. But right now, you about to get all the smoke, homie.
As Ray said, I'm coming here to bless you, and I'll be back to bless you again.
That's
Oh, Jack is on that stuff again. Here you go. Chuck Clark is mediocre at best. Get rid of him. I think you got to think about it, man. When it comes to Chuck, because of him, he's able to get the plays out that day. He's
right.
able to put the
Oh,
picture
right.
together that Harbaugh and Wink are trying to push out on the field.
Right.
So he's kind of more one of those field generals that maybe I hope he's able to push more leadership into the huddle from the sideline, maybe so these guys can get out there and make some more plays. But you got to think of that leadership aspect. And I know sometimes like I don't think about that when I think of offense that you need to have that leader out there. You still do. But at the same time, I want electric playmakers on the field,
Yeah.
and
I
that is
mean, look,
kind of huh?
if he ready to go, bro, he's saying it without saying he ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we talked about this. If you're not the quarterback, you gotta expect that your position is going to get drafted. You gotta expect. I don't care for round 1 to 7. You gotta expect that your position will get drafted. That's
Mhm.
it. You know what I mean?
So
That's
Big Red says Deshaun was that guy when he got hurt. The defense looked soft. That's when they brought back TJ to bring that dog mentality. I think you had to have somebody back there with that dog in him, and I think they wanted to bring him back for a long time.
who
Yeah, they
told
just they,
you? Yeah,
yeah because it
yeah.
just he had that mentality. He loved the Ravens. He was loyal, and I'm pretty sure even when he went over to San Francisco or any other team, he was just like, "No, I ain't giving up. I'm not giving up the Ravens secrets. I'm not sitting here trying to install anything that we've done over there because I'm loyal." I think that he had that loyal to a T.
Right.
Like
He's
some
telling
people like
other
Howard,
people to come here.
huh?
Telling other players to come to Baltimore
Yeah, I would say he's recruiting and he wasn't even here.
when he wasn't even playing. So that just tells you. And I mean, it's not even just the dog mentality. It's the fact that look, that's who we are, yo. When you look at us, you got to come in and knowing that you need to button up your chin strap a little bit tighter today because it's going to be a long walk. It's going to be a long walk. You ain't going to run to the end zone over here. It's going to be a long walk, Jack. You come to the AFC North and you trying to play the Ravens, it's going to be a long walk. So whoever up first, they get in the business. That's why this time around, bro, I'm not even looking at the schedule because everybody can get it.
Everybody can get it. Huh?
Everybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. There's a guy on YouTube constantly saying that. Anyway, there's the inside linebackers. So we talked about the strengths. We talked about Pat Queen as a strength. We talked about Bynes as a strength. We talked about possibly even Malik Harrison because of that thumping ability, first and second down. Let's have men there. Let's see what he can do next to Pat Queen. Them doing a little bit of run blitzing together. Ain't nobody running out. There's no dives going on, nothing whatsoever. Especially with all the fat boys we got sitting up front. Uh, so with the weaknesses, like I said, there's the unknowns. What are we getting out of Jacoby McClain? What are we getting out of the former linebacker that we picked up out of free agency, Josh Ross? Those are the things that I'm curious about. I would like to know because I think Ross has the upper hand of being able to help install this defense. Will he be able to start in it? I don't know. I don't know because of I know y'all talked about the size thing and not being an issue, but when you're 227 pounds and 6 feet, it could be a little bit of an issue. He's going to have to gain a little bit more weight, and he's going to have like stellar eye popping plays coming on in training camp. That's the only way I could see him climbing that depth chart to get above Malik, to get above the others on the chart, to get above Zacoby, because I think Zacoby's got a great shot of making this team and doing some big things. I don't know about Josh Ross though.
Hold on, man.
No, John Ross. What is it? Josh Ross? His name. Josh Ross. All right, so let's go through. We're gonna pay some bills. Y'all have been at it on the typing. Let's see.
I'm back. I'm still hungry. I think I might get some more food. What else is on the menu?
Let's see. Ayator says,
Bless still here. I have my cereal. Bless is still here. If not, then I might just make me some onion rings and get ready for Game of Thrones after we done.
there you go. All right, so my little bro is a Longhorns fan. He said Elliott hit hard, but take bad angles and not good in passing game. And I think the thing when it came to Elliott and Clark, they just do exactly what they were told to do. There was no special magical formula. I mean, yes, now Elliott was that thumper, and he proved that when he completely rocked Henry and took his soul. I love that play. That was just beautiful. I'll go watch that tonight. But anywho, so Adit says, I went to Virginia Tech at the same time as Chuck, so I'm biased. He learned under one of the greatest defensive coordinators in the Division I in Bud Foster, so no wonder he has a high football IQ.
Right. Look, D, I don't want you to think that I got something against Chuck. I love Chuck. I've been rooting for him since he got there, but the point is, and I understand where he's coming from. You want to look, I just want everybody to just keep it. You can keep it a buck here. Like Baltimore is different, and that's why a lot of players when they come here they want to stay, or where you gonna go? Like what other team is going to just allow you to you requesting to get traded, and they going to just look for a trade for you? Nowhere but us.
Yeah, because they want players to be happy here. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, this
we want
ain't.
everybody want to be here. Sorry, cut you off, brother. We want everybody to be happy here, and we don't want nobody toxic in the locker room. I'm not saying he would ever get to that point because I think Chuck is a team first man. But at the same time, you want him to play to his best. And if he can't play to his best if he feel like he's looking over his shoulder, and they don't want him to feel that way. But I can see like he's intimidated by the situation that's going on. Like, oh man, you just drafted this dude and he's playing my position. You just brought in this dude and he got a big paycheck. So how much love do y'all have for me?
Yeah.
And I understand that. He got 2 more years left on his contract. They want him to be here to be part of that, part of that transition. But if he wants to get paid and which he deserves to, you know what I mean? Every player that's in there giving up their time should get paid in some form of fashion.
Yeah, you want a bag, you got to go somewhere else.
You
But
don't have to.
also, they got to think about this. It's one or the other, and this don't matter where you go. If you want the bag, more likely you were going to a garbage team.
Mm.
If you want to win a championship, you got to have, and I hate to say this, you got to have that patriot mentality of, all right, I'll take this pay cut because I want this dub. I want this ring. I want to be part of something special. Or do I want to be the only chess piece on this team that just paid me X amount of dollars, outrageous money, to come in and be one of the pieces of many that they need to go ahead and build back?
And a big thing is that I think that he, I don't want to. Some people said that he may feel some type of way because Kyle Hamilton had the green dot during the rookie minicamp, but somebody got to wear the green dot during the rookie minicamp. God forbid Chuck goes down, somebody got to wear it. So I don't know why that's that way about it, but I just know, and his contract is really not that much. Like it's not that much left on his contract. It's not like it's gonna kill us either way. I don't know how much we would save on the trade as far as the cap room, but trade him to someplace he can be happy, man. And he get a chance to play. He ain't got to move that far. They trying to trade him to the Eagles. I'm sure it's gonna come back around. I think that during the draft was probably the worst time to try to do it because there's too much going on. So go ahead, bro. I'm
So
sorry.
so Jack is saying we had a 32nd overall passing defense last year. Can we be a top 10 this year? Seems like a tall task. Where's the thing, Jack? We not starting at 32. It's like we hitting a Nintendo reset button. Everybody's at 0-0. And so what we do in week one does not reflect on anything that we did last season, man. It's a full-on restart. So, and of course, we got all these starters back. We got more depth at the corner position. And like I said, that nickel is the only big-time Achilles heel that we could possibly have. That defensive line is fat. Them fat boys ready to rock. This defense will not look the same.
We didn't even talk about the edge rushers like that yet.
Yeah, and that's where we're getting to next. So that as far as the inside linebacker grade, I gave them a C, and I said that was due to the lack of depth and expertise there. Because, like I said, we're worried about a guy, Ross making the roster. Worried about Jacoby McClain, and then we're worried about whether or not Malik Harrison can actually cover the pass. So that could actually bring us down to a C in that category. That is a weak category. That as long as Bynes stays healthy and as long as Queen stays healthy, we're pretty solid there. Let's move forward into the outside linebackers. So here are our strengths. Our strengths are Owe and Houston, because Houston right now has that tag on him, and if he sticks around till June, then I think we lose like $3 million or something like that. But we get this guy back. Right. We get that experience back. We get that leadership back, and also we get that feel back until Bowser gets off of injury. So of course you got Owe and you got Houston. And then underneath him, when they get healthy, you have Bowser and you got a Jabo. So that is a lot of depth at the outside linebacker position. The weaknesses is depth and injuries. So of course, like I said depth, but at the same time, once they're healthy, we got the depth. But they're like Bowser may not be 100% right now, and then Ojabo, of course, won't be back until I say October timeframe. And
Mhm.
so that is where that issue is. You got Jay Ferg, but I think Ferg ain't gonna make the roster, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think he will because we got to. I wouldn't cut him because of the injuries. Look at
Yeah,
the injuries that we had. That's the only reason. I understand where you're coming from. Where you
yeah.
about to go with it. I
He just
understand.
familiarity with the system is his benefit right now, and the
He can
fact that
play the run.
injuries are happening.
He can play the run. That's one thing, and he's been healthy
Yeah.
other than the time he had COVID. But he can play the run if you're gonna give him something to
Hmm.
hang his hat on. But again, I don't understand why Ferguson was ever placed at outside linebacker because he's not an outside linebacker. He's a DN in a 3-4. He should have been he should have been behind Derek Wolf. That's what he should have been learning from. Even though they drafted him a year before then, even then they should have had him at DN. What up, Engrave?
Yeah, I
Um,
got Jesse. I got celebrities in the building. What's going on? Engraving here.
yeah, and then, unless they can, unlock some potential in him, like the guy that helped Owe, that's now one of the coaches for us. Not always Ajabo and Hutchinson. If he can help unlock their potential, then maybe he might be better at outside linebacker. But I never, nobody that big that's not that athletic should be dropping back. Every time I looked on the field, Wink had him. He's an outside linebacker dropping back.
I mean,
Why
Bowser was
is
doing.
Ferguson dropping back, and why is he not going forward? Everybody calling him, Snack Daddy or whatever instead of Sack Daddy. I don't care about the
What are they
name.
calling it? I think they changed his name to
Yeah, they
Pressure
make
Cooker.
fun of him, but the point is, like, he's not even being used right. He was never used right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I'm gonna say anything bad about Wink, I'm gonna say that he didn't use him right at all. He
Okay.
was out of position. Total. I mean, he played the run right once he figured out how to play the stretch. And he worked on. He played the run right. His first 2 years, he had two sacks, right? But still, in all, he should have been that. His hand should be in the dirt and should be coming forward. He has not worked on anything going backwards. He's not athletic like Owe. Owe
No.
can play whether the Sam or the rush linebacker.
Yeah.
He's just different.
Yeah, I mean, he's not athletic. He's not a good pass cover like Bowser. Like I said,
No, he's not.
Bowser the best on the team when it
No,
comes
he's
to pass
not.
coverage out of the linebackers. So
Bro, I don't know if y'all remember this. Do you remember the Steeler game? This is when they were trying to come down to tie the game up. Ferguson's dropping back. Why is Ferguson dropping back and he's trying to reach up for a ball? Why is he dropping back? I have no idea. I don't know what Wink was thinking. Smoking some good. Yeah, you want that? Yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna smoke that and we're gonna drop Ferguson back. He gonna what? What is he doing? Ferguson should never be dropping back. He's 275 pounds. He's 10 pounds less than Derek Wolf. There's no reason. No reason that man should be dropping back. None. Okay, I'm done with my rant. My bad.
you good, bro?
My
You
bad.
good?
My bad. What up, brother? What up,
Great
King?
to say that you right, Cam. All right. And
Sorry.
then
I'm done venting on
yeah,
Bert. I'm sorry.
the team keep it clean in the building. Yes, yes. Yeah, we glad you're here. Maybe you can govern us because sometimes we go a little left field here.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I was
All
losing
right.
this for a minute.
So next, so I gave that group a C. Now we're at the outside linebackers. I think we talked about that already. So let's just talk about last season for him.
Mm.
He had 5 sacks. This dude had 3 forced fumbles, a pass deflection, one pass defense, and 1 fumble recovery. I think he's primed to really have a pretty solid year because now he's comfortable in the place where he's supposed to be
Mm.
versus trying to figure out where he was going to be and missing tackles on the outside. I think he recognizes. Hopefully, somebody gave him some feedback, like, "Hey, dude, you missing tackles in open field. We need you to wrap up."
Right.
And now he can focus on what he does best, and that's that run blitzing, and they can just let him go loose in there.
Right.
All right, let's talk about space and bills here. So KTAC says Ferguson going to have a Darius Smith type of season, and then go get paid.
I hope so.
That's great.
I really hope so. I hope so. For real. He deserved that. That man been quiet.
So remember, Wink had defensive tackles dropping back in zone cover. So did Rex Ryan, but Rex just made it work.
It was a different type of.
Mm-hmm.
You almost a Ryan. You ain't a real Ryan. What did Graves say? I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
He said Owe should be better and more consistent in year 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Justice says, oh man, here at work, tapping in with these guys. Cam not trying to make the remix for Pusha P. Engraving, we need that for the streets.
Who's Pusha P? I don't know who Pusha
Oh,
P is.
yeah, man, keep going off about this Pusha P. So I don't know what y'all discussing out of the show, but
What's
man.
this, brother? I'll make the remix. Tell me
Oh,
what's going on, bro.
all right, he said Owe and a Jabo double trouble.
Oh,
Yes. Now, when this combination
oh my
does
God.
take over, I am looking forward big time to seeing that. I can't wait to see Owe coming off the edge, no Jabo coming off the edge, and motorcycle stance just going running the yard, going after QBs, just ripping their hearts out. It's gonna be great. All right. So we have, he said, I think Wink needs his eyes fixed. I'm almost positive he was reading people's positions wrong on the play sheet. Y'all savage.
Reg, you in real form tonight, brother. You in real form.
KTSE said gonna send the link.
All right. Because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Bill Sills, what's going on, man? He said the double O agents. Yes, sir. O way, O way, and O Jabo. Causing trouble. All right, so let's move forward here. So we are going into the early predictions on the starters next. This is a way too early prediction.
Way too early, but hey,
Yeah.
it's here. Who you want to start with, the defense or the offense first?
Let's go to the offense because the defense because the offense is gonna be one bigger struggle. I just know it because
Well, let's go with.
they gonna light me up in the comments like crazy. I already know it. So and I wanted to play a game after this.
You ready for the slaps? You ready to get the slaps ready? Reg, you ready to get
I got some ammo here. I'm ready. Okay, so when it comes to defense, of course, there's corner one, corner two. It's obvious, should I say corner 1A, corner 1B?
right?
As obvious, that's going to be Peters, and that's going to be Hump.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the slot, I predicted Demarius Williams. Who'd you have?
For the slot, it's either going to be I didn't even I was going with the regular base defense, but I'll go with the slot. As far as the slot, I think they're going to move Marlon, and I think Stevens, since it's his first year, I think Stevens is going to go to the outside corner. So I think Stevens will be out there.
Now, if they did that combination, I would swap it up to say not Stevens on the outside. I would say Jalen Armour Davis. Go ahead and if he shows up in camp, let's just say he shows up in camp, and then let's just say these slot guys, they're not really panning out. They say, "Hey, Marlo, we need you to go back." He's like, "Fine." He goes back to the slot.
Yeah.
But I say Jalen Armour Davis goes on the outside with Peters, and then having Humphrey on the inside. I think that really bolsters his defense. Plus, Davis he's got some speed on him, man.
Oh yeah, no, I think in certain packages, I think you're gonna see all of them out there. The only reason I'm picking Stevens, either that or we can use Stevens like the Joker.
Okay,
like, I'm not talking about Deshaun Elliott. I'm saying like he's the Joker.
It's wild.
Whoever we got to match him up on, we can match him up on somebody. Yeah. But I think that because they are rookies, that's my only assumption that Stevens is probably gonna go to the outside, opposed to opposed to being the slot nickel position and move Marlon back inside. As far as on the front,
now hang on, Jack. You got to hold the slaps, man. You just hold your fire.
Ready, Jack. You better chill out with
you got it ready. Just hold it.
As far as the front seven is concerned, who you got right now? For right now,
he said,
brother. It don't matter who's 1 and 2. We don't care about all that right now, Jack. We just predicting who's going to start, bro.
All right. So as far as the strong safeties, of course, I had Kyle Hamilton. I had strong safety. I had free safety. I had Marcus Williams. I was like, you ain't paying this guy this type of money to go to be swapping out reps.
We both assume Chuck is not going to be there. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think Chuck's not going to be there, or he's a rotational player, and they give that dot away.
Okay. Who you got in your front seven?
All right, so I see. I got inside linebacker Bynes and Will Queen. I got Houston and Houston and Owe, and then eventually towards the back end of the season, more Jabo and Owe. Because I think Bowser will be that rotation in there as well. It'll be a lot of rotational players, a lot of good reps. That way they can stay fresh and get after the QB. But I think starting out the season, we're gonna have Houston and Owe starting the season. Defensive end, I got CC. Nose tackle Pierce. Defensive tackle Mattabeast. And then I think that's all I have for the defense. Did I miss anything?
I don't think well, you can put the defense in. You got
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, I was Calais Campbell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna move Campbell back to D tackle.
Okay, and
Well,
then have him.
really, he out there getting the Buffaloes like that. Then I think he'll be ready to start the season. He'll be back at DN, and then I think Pierce obviously will be the new the nose tackle to start off. I don't think Houston to start coming into this season.
Okay.
I think it'd be better. I think we should. In my opinion, I think we just need to come in and bring him in on third downs. He don't need to start no more.
Okay.
I mean, and that's what I think. That's what the problem is. It keeps trying to start the older players opposed to letting the younger players play to get better. You know what I mean? And then you bring in, especially you bring him in a situation, pass rushing situations, and he'll
Yeah.
be perfect for that.
Like
And-
Whitney said it best.
Right.
I believe the children are future.
Now, Tyus is not ready
Mhm.
because I don't think he lost his spot as that starting outside linebacker. I truly believe from next year. Now watch this. I think Tyus will start if he's ready, and it'll be
Mhm.
Tyus and Owe. But I really believe this is what I would do. I think can happen because I think Tyus is that diverse. He is versatile because he can play off ball linebacker. I think
Okay.
next year, I think you should be training him to play inside linebacker, and he can play next to Queen. And you start. Now we're talking 2 seasons down the line. And you have David Ojabo and you have Owe start. That's what could happen. Now, going back to this year, who's going to start? I'm just throwing things out in there. Going back to this year, I think Josh Bynes and Queen to be inside. As far as the outside, I think it's going to be Owe. I think Ferguson may start, yo. If Bowser is not ready, I think he'll start over Houston. You got to give him a chance. He can play. I know you don't want to. All you have to do is you playing the first and second down. What's going to happen? They're running the ball majority of the time. I think he might be able to do it. You gotta give him a chance, bro. It's not like he didn't start before at outside line, but he started his rookie year. He had to
He
start,
did.
huh?
He did. I remember.
He did a good job. He just did. He playing and run. That's what he did. But if he gonna start, he gonna have to start at the rush linebacker, or he gonna start at the end.
I feel like there's gonna be a guy on there. Jacoby is going to be able to challenge because this dude can play inside and out. I think he's going to challenge Ferguson for his spot. Like it's Jacoby McLean. So he's solid against the run, and he's a heavy hitter that can play inside and outside, and he's got closing speed, and he's a good edge rusher.
We forgot all about Dalen Hayes. Hayes might be the starting outside linebacker.
That's true. That is true. And maybe he got something in the tank for us, man. Just ready to show what he's got.
Totally forgot about Dalen Hayes. Dalen might be Bill. He's not an outside linebacker though. He need to be playing defense end. He should have never been picked to play outside linebacker. Everybody hates that.
They come for you, bro. They come for you. They used to call him pressure cooker. Pressure cooker instead of sack.
You know what? He gonna mess around and pop off and get like 6 sacks. Y'all gonna be like, oh, snacks. Now,
all right. So let's go to the offense.
Let me go first on the offense because you know what? After you go,
you're gonna take it slow.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my food after that.
We're gonna take it slow. We're gonna go to offensive line before we get into this mess. before we get into this mess deep, all right?
I got the slaps ready. You gotta get the slaps ready, yo. All right.
Offensive line, if healthy.
Okay, we just gonna go back and forth. Yeah. Who you got at center?
Okay, of course I got Kyle Linderbaum.
Okay, who got a right guard?
Right guard, I got Zeitler.
Who got a right tackle?
Right tackle, Morgan Moses.
Okay, who you got a left guard?
I'm gonna go with Makari.
I
knew it. I was like, look, I know we ain't gonna agree on this. I know
I'm taking Ben Cleveland.
Yeah,
who you got it? Well, okay. Obviously, left tackle is
Stanley, of course. Right. But if Stanley's not healthy, I'm saying Moses moving over to left tackle, and then I want to see Juwan James on right tackle.
Okay.
because he's healthy. I mean, we paid him like what $8 million to rehab last year, and he's only got like 800,000 this year. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what he got.
Okay. So all right. So we got. We ain't even gonna go to
Delicious
Q.
laughing at you, man.
8 is right there. We know what it is. All right. So running backs, if healthy,
Yeah,
is it
running backs, of
J.K.?
course. Yeah, J.K.
Okay.
and then Dobbs. J.K. and then Gus. Yeah, and then third, huh?
Good. Good.
No, for third running back.
No, who? No, not all the linebackers. I mean,
Uh-huh.
all the running backs. Just the starters. Now,
Okay.
are we going? Are we going 3 receiver sets, or we gonna go with 2 tight ends? What are we doing?
I think we're going two tight end. We brought in so many.
All right. So Mark Andrews on one side. Who on the other side?
I gotta go likely. More than likely, it's gonna be likely.
So you don't think you
I
don't think?
think okay. So let's just say first down, third down. I mean, first down and second down. I'd go ahead and say Boyle if healthy, and
Okay.
then Kolar. Maybe if if Boyle's not healthy, let's bring in Kolar.
Okay.
But third down situation,
Oh yeah.
likely for
Like
sure. Yeah.
okay.
Now if they go in 3 wide receiver sets,
Okay. Yeah. Then the 3 right. Hold on.
eh,
Hold on. Let me go there. So 2 wide receiver set.
all right.
We got Batman on one side.
Mhm.
Who's playing as Robin?
This is a toss up. This is a toss up because of the fact that I mean, Duve has worked his butt off,
Mm.
but if we're talking about what we need on the outside, and this is a backside receiver, this is basically what of course they swapping roles because Bateman was that backside. Now he is going to be on the front side. A lot more action coming from Lamar Jackson.
Right.
So this is a guy that didn't. He only got one target last year.
Mm.
But I think that like based on his skill set and his ability, because everybody got talking about, oh, he can play the slot, he can play this, he should be playing the slot. When he did his thing at OSU, it was on the outside.
Right.
And I think his ability on the outside is better than it is on the inside. And I think he deserves that chance. If he shows up in camp, this guy should be able to do it. Of course, he's gonna have to face off against these undrafted free agents who are absolute just towering monsters. We gonna brought in the Space Jam Monstars coming over here. All these 6'5" Harbaugh sitting here looking up like, yeah, I can use him. This is really great. So Wallace,
Give you the slaps, yo. Give you the slaps.
yeah, Tylen Wallace. Now let's just say some miracle happens, and they really let these guys compete that are these undrafted free agents. Then I'm going with Devin Williams on the outside.
Hold up. As a number 2 receiver
Yeah,
already.
yeah. So, like I said, if they're allowed to break this competition
I don't know.
wide open, it's got to be wide open. It's got to be no assigned, hey, I was drafted here or I'm undrafted. No, Harbaugh's got to say, look, y'all can take all that designation status out the window. This is a full-on open, blown wide open competition. Take it, whoever's going to take it, takes it. I got to go with Devin because that dude can climb that ladder. I mean, he can snag balls out there like crazy, man.
Is he gonna be able to get open like that when somebody punch him in his chest on that press?
Oh, now what the heck, man? Hold the slaps, man. I was looking at him. He already got him.
Is he gonna be able when somebody punch him in his chest? Is he gonna be able to hold that press?
Who?
Devin.
With Devin? Oh, that thing is. Go look at the tape. This dude, he light as all get out, but this dude packs a punch on the blocks. It's crazy. I'm just like looking at him like, dude, he's
talking about if he's trying to get a route. I'm not talking about if he can run block. I'm talking about him getting a route because he's 6'5" and he's a little light. Excuse my language. He's a little light in the ass.
Yeah.
Need about five, 6 more cheeseburgers now.
I told you, he need to go to Mama Seafood or something, or just go get him a bushel of crabs or something. Get the Old Bay on there. Get some crab cakes. Yeah, he gonna be straight.
Is he gonna be able to pack that punch?
I think he'll do fine.
All right. So
I know, like I said, it's a long shot.
Want to go if we got? I already know if we go 3 receivers. I know who the slot man is.
You dang right.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna argue if that's the slot man. I'm not gonna argue if James is the slot man because I think he rightfully probably should be the starting slot receiver. Now, I think if we got it all out, I just think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Batman. I think it's going to really be Prochet. I mean, not Prochet. Excuse me. I think it's going to be Duvernay, because he's played outside a little bit more than James has,
Yeah.
and he's a little bit. He obviously has played a little bit more than Tyler,
Okay.
and he has the speed to at least right now. He's the only one that has the speed that's gonna make the safeties back up. Like you
Yeah.
gotta respect it.
Yeah,
You know
he was clocked at 21.48 miles an hour. That's his fastest
what I mean?
speed on the field. Hollywood's fastest speed clocked is 21.3,
Right.
21.3. So, but of course, Hollywood is more twitchy. He's more twitchy on the routes and stuff, and that's something.
Duvernay got that long speed, but he that was his thing in Texas. They ran screens, they ran slants with him,
Yeah,
ran a couple of bubbles, but then he was straight, down the hill non routes. It was just that was it. Like everything was straight. Like you saw the game against LSU, it was a slant to the house, like 70 yards.
yeah.
He's
He's
that
got
he's
speed.
that
Speed is there.
so I think he might be the number 2 receiver. If we go 3 receivers, I'm trying to give it to the young boys that's been there.
We believe the children our future.
I think Prochet would be the slot. I think Duvernay be on the outside. I think I'm gonna be honest with you though. I think later on down the line, I think Tyler gonna he's gonna take somebody's place because he's
Yeah,
that.
I think he's gonna take the outside.
You
I think
know,
Duvernay's.
Tyler play, bro.
Yeah,
Please, y'all gotta understand. Tyler is nice.
yeah,
Tyler
he's aggressive, man.
Wallace is nice, bro. He should have
Super
been
aggressive.
way before the Ravens got him.
Yeah.
You know,
And so with all this receiver talk, man, I got into a daggone Twitter battle today.
oh,
It was bad. It was so bad. It was like I could get fired from my job because I am wasting this much government time bad. It was like oh anyway, but so what I did was I pulled up college stats. I'll be honest with you, some people don't put that much weight into them.
right.
But I figure if you ain't got college stats, then how you gonna get recognized anyway in the first place? So I'm gonna pull up some guys, and I'm gonna let you think about uh, who is who.
Where did he's from? Are these the
These are
that
this
we
is
have on the team right now?
yeah. There's players on the team, and then there's players not on the team. I'm just gonna give you the stat line. You're gonna tell me.
Show me what it is. I'm good
Yeah,
at this. I'm about to
yeah.
get some more food. I'm hungry, y'all.
All right. All right, so wide receiver 1 should be an obvious one when you see some of the numbers here. When you see these numbers, you're going to be like, all right, cool. This person is recognizable. They're in the league right now. And yes, they deserve absolutely 100% to be a starter. Because this is what they did in 1 year, and you probably know exactly who this is.
20 touchdowns. How many receptions they had?
I didn't actually write those down. But yeah, so 20 touchdowns in 2019. I'll give you the year.
That's Prochet.
No.
That's not Prochet?
No, they're not on the team.
Oh, they're not on the team.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about somebody
Yeah,
else.
so I'll tell you if they're on the team or they're not or whatever.
Okay, so these are college stats, yes?
Yes.
1780, huh? Man, they ain't on the team. Then this is gonna be difficult than what I needed to be. I'm trying to focus on the team. I'm on team.
The only reason I'm doing this is because I want y'all to see what our guys have done comparable to.
Okay, well, who's that?
That is Jamar Chase.
Okay, Jamar Chase. Okay,
Yeah. So he did that, right?
I never knew his stats. But go ahead. Just put somebody else.
All right. So of course, now this is that I wanted to show this because I wanted to show that.
Put somebody else's up there.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this one.
There's somebody that's on the team.
Somebody is on the team.
You gotta show me some receptions, brother. You leaving me dry with the no receptions. You got it.
All right. So let's see. This one here is on the team.
Man, where the receptions at, brother?
I don't have them. I don't have them. I didn't write them all down. I just wanted to show this. I wanted to show this. All right.
It's
All
hard.
right. So
You got the
look,
receptions.
1,225 yards, 15 receiving touchdowns.
What year is this?
This is 2018, and this person is on our team, but he did this in college.
Bake?
No.
Was it Tyler?
Nope.
Crochet?
Prochet.
Okay.
Prochet had 15 touchdowns that year. And so you go back and compare it to
I can't go by the yards. I'm thinking running back. So I see yards, I need reception.
Okay. All right. So he had 111 receptions.
Okay. Are you lying to me, man? You just
No, that was I just remember that. I remember that piece. So I think
that's what helps
this guy did it within like 70 to 80 receptions, but this here was like 111.
Right.
Right.
Different team, different.
Yeah.
Different
so of course, when you look at these numbers, would you say that this person deserves to be, to be in the NFL, to be a starter in the NFL? Just like this number.
Everybody's saying the same thing. They want to know the receptions.
All right, fine. I will look up the receptions with this joint as well.
All right. Y'all need the receptions like I need the receptions. I know.
Fine. We'll do receptions on there as well. But I'm not going to, from this point forward, I'm not going to tell you who's who.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you who's
on our team.
But you have to let me know, like, hey, based on this, should they deserve to start in the NFL?
Are they on our team?
Huh?
I need to know if they on our team.
I can't tell you.
Trying out for the team.
All right. I'll say on the team
right now, brother.
Huh? Yeah, no. I feel like it should be left out there. That way, y'all could be like, nah, they don't deserve to start, or yes, they deserve to start, or something. Right, and then I can go back through. We'll go back through.
Okay.
We'll go back through, and I'll do that as well. All right. So for the next one, let's go here. Okay, this is gonna be good.
Yo, y'all stop cheating too, because I know y'all got your phones, and I ain't got my phone in my hand. I'm cheating. I want some onion rings, yo. I want some food, bro. I'm a foodie, yo. I need to eat.
All right, this next one. Here you go. Let me go get the receptions on that one real quick. All right, let's see what y'all are guessing over here on the side. So you said, yeah, you're right. That was Prochet on the last one. Okay. So Jack, you tripping. Yeah, Jack always tripping. That's why I kind of just ignore half of that. So.
Jack is angry man. Y'all got to start calling Jack Angry Man, yo.
Angry Man Jack.
One season, KT. One season. This is new. How many receptions?
This is one season. This happened in 2018. And the receptions on that one was 86 receptions. 86 receptions, 1,496 scrimmage yards. So it was only like 6 more yards or 7 more yards.
He said it was Bateman.
Huh?
He said it's Bateman.
No, it is not Bateman.
Okay. Can't go with your answer there, D.
So based on these numbers right here, 1,496.
2018. You said 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
Are they on our team or no?
They're on our team. Do you think, based on those stats, they deserve to be a starter in this league?
On our team? No. That's the same one, right? They on our team. You said it was 2018 this happened?
Yep.
Hold on, let me think. Should they be a starter with those stats? Yes. If that's the first answer, yes.
Wallace is correct. Tyler Wallace is correct.
Got something. No, you wasn't right.
So the reason I brought this up is because this next guy that I'm going to bring up is on the same team. He played at the same college as Wallace. And
who's he play for now?
I can't tell you because it's going to ruin the surprise.
Oh, is he starting for whoever you playing for?
I can't tell you.
Oh, I'm not gonna have me some money rate. I'll be back, y'all. Hold on.
All right, so let's see. This guy. So we're looking at the numbers of Tylon Wallace, right? So of course we said, based on those numbers, he deserves he should deserve like a starting opportunity in the NFL. Probably should have been drafted a lot higher than when he was in the NFL. Because I mean, he had 86 receptions, 1,496 yards, and 13 touchdowns. So with that said, this next guy
That was
here,
his best season. That was his freshman year, wasn't it?
that was I don't have that up right now, but I think it was his sophomore season.
I was yeah, because his junior year he got hurt. That's right. All right, I got that.
So he's running off just for a second. Let me get you the receptions on this next person here. That is going to be. It's weird, right? One reception less than what Tylan Wallace had. So we're talking 87 for 1,480 yards and 19 touchdowns. So this person here has comparable stats to Tylan Wallace. And this person went to the same school as Tylan Wallace. And this person has gone to a Pro Bowl. Excuse me, gone to a couple of Pro Bowls, should I say. And you gotta let me know who this is. All right. So Jack says Wallace deserves a shot more than Prochet. You just spewing poison. That's all you doing. Anyway, so like I said, this guy here, I want you to let me know who you believe this is. I see an answer. I see two answers. All right. So Bill Sills says AJ. Big Reg says Des Bryant. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. We have a winner. So you're looking at those stats. Let's go back and look at it one more time. Between a guy who's fifth on the depth chart, maybe sixth last year, to where he wasn't getting any type of looks. Some people are saying our receivers are garbage, that they don't deserve. Somebody actually said on Twitter today that with the broken leg, AJ Green can outproduce all of our receivers combined. But when you look at these numbers that a Pro Bowler has done in college versus what somebody on the same team that has been on the same, not same team because they were different years, I'll say that, but they went to the same school. So more than likely they had a similar schedules along there, similar schedule makeup. And they were able to produce similar numbers to what Des Bryant was able to produce, and actually more, except for the touchdown piece. Got him in the yards just barely, with only one more reception. I think Des had one more reception, and Tylen was actually able to have similar numbers just without the touchdowns. So that is, I just want to show these comps for that particular purpose. And we're going to do another one here. But let's pay some bills here. All right, so Big Red says, I remember that because Baltimore wanted Dez when he was coming out of college. Absolutely. We wanted Dez bad. The Cowboys snuck in front of us, and we traded the pick away and got Tim Tebow. It was a very hurtful draft. I was in Buffalo Wild Wings letting everybody know how I felt that day. Okay, so Wallace is saying Jack is saying Wallace is better than Prochet. Well, the thing about Prochet is Prochet had I'll get into that. We'll get into that in a little bit. Sorry, that's another one that I wanted to bring up. I wanted to show full college portfolio as far as the yardage and the touchdowns. I wanted to show you, like, hey, what are these guys doing within 3 and 4 years with each other, and then what they brought to the NFL, and who you believe should start. And that one, I'm not going to tell you who's on what team, whatever. I'm going to have you figure that out, and then we'll do the reveal afterwards. All right. So Bill Sills says James Washington. What about James Washington? So anyway, KTSC says, I think we should have given Miles Boykin one last shot. I just don't know. Like when it come to Miles,
My bad, y'all.
Like he had plenty of shots, and I just don't think that he didn't show the dog in him outside of training camp, and I think that you got to move on eventually. I was all crazy about Miles Boykin last year. I was like, man, this dude's gonna be a beast. The year 4, Oh, he's going to be a red zone monster. Oh, it's that and the other. Crazy about him and giving him that opportunity. He had it, and it left. I mean, it's just nothing special came out of it.
All right. So we
Said
did.
people
Yeah,
trip. So,
did
we're
wild.
gonna go back. We're gonna tell you what happened.
Okay. Okay.
So here we go. We got this dude here. Y'all don't spoil this. Don't spoil this. All right. Okay. So, oh, what happened there? We got a guy who had 86 receptions, 1,496 yards, and 13 touchdowns. Respectable numbers, right?
Mm.
Should they start in the NFL?
Of course, they starting in the NFL with those numbers, but they on the team or not?
Okay. And then we're gonna compare it to this person here.
Okay.
We're gonna say that they went to the same school and they had 87 yards, or 87 receptions,
University.
1,480 yards, and 19 touchdowns. This person went to a same school but different years. One went in 2008 and the other one went in 2018 is when they put up these numbers.
Talking about Brian?
You're good.
Because you just talking about Wallace, right? You talking about Dez, right?
Yeah, Wallace and Bryant.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got Dez Bryant, you got Wallace here. So if you look at the numbers as far as yardage and receptions, they're right along track with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So some people are saying right now that our guys don't deserve a shot, but they gave Dez this shot, but they're not going to give Wallace a shot.
Yeah,
you got to remember the years they came out, it was crazy thick at wide receiver, and we just happened to pan out with these guys in the 5th round. And Prochet went down because the 40 time, but as we can see with Kyle Hamilton,
he didn't even get a chance to run it.
Yeah, game speed don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Game speed versus 40 speed is two different things.
Yeah, Prochet didn't get a chance. Remember, he didn't. I don't know if y'all know, he didn't get a chance to run it though.
They keep clocking him or saying he's a 4.65 or 4.69 guy.
Who said that?
I've had it on multiple sources.
But if he ain't running, how do you know?
I think they have you do a couple of runs in college or pro days or something like that. So
he didn't. I think he wasn't. That was that was during the COVID year.
Yeah,
his pro day got canceled, and he didn't. He had hurt himself, so he didn't get a chance to run the 40. So I don't know if y'all remember the interview. They asked him, he said, what's your speed? He said probably like a 4.5. Like he was just honest about it. Like he said, I'll probably run like a 4.5. I'm not gonna sit up saying it's more than that,
Let's see here. According to Baltimore Sun, he ran the 40-yard dash in only 4.62 seconds. According to this random website called ABTC, he ran it in 4.62. And somebody else had him at like a 4.69. I can't remember who had it.
I'm going 4.5, what your boy said. Your boy said he run 4.5. I'm calling for. He said, Mom named Clay. I'm calling Clay.
Mom named Clay. I'm calling Clay.
Yeah, he calling Clay. He said he ran 4.5. I'm pleased. You ran 4.5. Okay, you ran your 4.5.
Everybody keep trying to get me in on this, man. Like, I bet you Will Prochet won't get 700 yards this season as a second receiver. Now, the thing is, bro, like, if they don't bring a veteran in, Lamar likes his slot guys. He likes need. Right now, there's nobody there to make up that type of difference other than Andrews, who's going to get his regardless.
That's really
David going to get his 1,000. Andrews going to get his, he probably going to get his 1,200. And then that leaves a drop-off to be filled by these guys filling the void. There is an opportunity there for Prochet to come up big. All he got to do is get 47 yards a game, and he can get that 800 milestone. So I'm thinking that's something that is possible for him to do.
It's really gonna be we need the yak, bro. Whatever to play after the catch. That's what you're gonna need, that yak. That's what y'all gonna get the yards.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, he's going to get the yards after the catch. He's going to move some change. He's going to cause some first downs. I'm excited about what he brings to the table here. Here's another one that's going to be fun. I'm going to bring this one up. So we got 848 yards.
Can I say something real quick, bro?
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm typing. Go ahead.
Y'all do realize Bateman would have went over 1,000 yards this season if he'd have played the first half of the season. Y'all do realize that, right? Because he hit 500, not even playing majority of the games and not being even targeted majority of the games. There was a big, like, he didn't get any targets at all in the Pittsburgh game. He didn't get. He only had one target in the Miami. What? Not the Miami game. Like I think the Chicago game, whatever. Like he didn't have a lot of targets all the time. Like if he would have been targeted the same way, he would have easily went over 1,000 yards. Like he damn near tied Hollywood from Hollywood's rookie season. So we got something good there. Now, go ahead. I'll let you finish because I know the last question on the list is going to be the big drum.
No. We still going. We got a few of these here. So this guy in a big year in college, he had 4 receptions, 848 yards. Wrong guy. And 6 touchdowns in 2012. Does he deserve to be a starter in the NFL?
2012.
That's his biggest production in his collegiate career. Based on this, do you think he deserves a starting job?
What school you go to?
I ain't saying that. He gets nothing. It's Fort Knox here.
Right now. Yeah, he deserves it. If he went to Bama and got that, yeah.
Let's say, yeah. Does he deserve, based off of this?
He's an SEC.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. They say, heck no.
Yeah. I bet
Heck
you
no.
somebody good too. Somebody real good right about now. Go ahead. I'm waiting on it.
All right. Y'all know who that is?
I don't know what it is. I can't think of what it is. He was a first rounder.
I don't think he was a first rounder, but he was overlooked and he made the league play. He made the league absolutely pay.
My AB? Was that Antonio Brown's? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Diggs. Oh yeah. Oh,
Stephon Diggs.
Well, he went to Maryland. That explains a lot. You know, back then Maryland hadn't had a coach and they got now. So some things gonna change, brother.
Right.
Some things gonna change.
So here we go. Here's one. This is okay. I got one for you. This is gonna be a fun. I'm just gonna put up yardage. I ain't got time to go look up some stats. I go look up them daggone receptions, whatever. 2,927 yards and 28 touchdowns.
What year?
I can't put a year on that one. I can't put a year on this.
Why?
It'll give it away too quick.
He on the team?
Do they deserve to be in the NFL starting? This is their collegiate career.
Their career. See,
yeah. So 3 years.
3 years. 3 years in college.
So we're looking at roughly 9 touchdowns a year, or 7 touchdowns a year. I think. No.
They're on our team.
No. This person is. I can't say nothing more.
It depends on when that year took off.
We giving them a starting job, or we saying they don't deserve to be in the NFL?
Nah, they deserve it.
They deserve
it? Yeah, they deserve it.
All right. They also deserve a yellow jacket because they got one. That's Don Mega.
Who's that?
Don Megatron.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, he went to Georgia Tech. They wasn't throwing the ball like that.
Yeah, they would just run, play action, shoot that thing up. That's all they did there.
I wonder.
All right, here we go. 3949.
You can't judge it. Basically what Couch is saying is you can't judge the stats. Don't judge a book by
it's hard. It's really hard to because of what we're looking at here.
On the school that you went to, like Georgia Tech, nobody knew Megatron was going to be that much of a monster. Like he knew he was going to be good, but not like that. Like Georgia Tech he was the first real receiver to come out of there that was a beast.
All right, here's one for you. Over here. All right, 3,949 yards and 39 touchdowns throughout his collegiate career.
How many years?
Well, That was 4 years. In 3 years, he would have had 3,200 yards
You
and
know why you
33
can tell by
touchdowns.
this? Because everybody is in the pecking order, bro. This is not good comedy. It's a pecking order, brother. So you gotta wait your turn, man. When you in college, you gotta wait your turn, bro. This is not fair. This is not fair. Yes, they deserve it. Everybody deserve it, especially at the Megatron numbers. Everybody deserve a
Yeah,
treat.
Megatron numbers, Stephon Diggs numbers. You see the numbers, like they're all over the place. And I like that's kind of where we, you got to go to the tape. But in
Mhm.
order to get noticed initially, these you got to have some eye popping stats. And you got 3,949 yards and 39 touchdowns in college. To say that they don't deserve a shot, I had people on Twitter saying this guy was a fourth or fifth wide receiver at best. And so this is where that whole Twitter war came from, is because they started dissing these guys. And I'm like, they hadn't even got a real shot yet. And this is what they put up in college. This is James Prochet's numbers.
Mm.
That's his college numbers: 3,900 yards and 39 touchdowns. Beast, right? Here's another guy.
We got the picture, man.
I just want to put these last two up there because the last one, you're gonna be like, what the heck? How did he get all these numbers? And then so yeah, the last one he had 26 TDs. 34, and 26 TDs in college. Like I said, the person online I was battling with on Twitter was saying, hey, this person is a fourth or fifth option at best. And I'm like, when you putting up this many touchdowns, this much production in college, you deserve your shot. This is Tylan Wallace's numbers. These are guys who actually went and they produced when they were called upon. And they had crappy, really terrible quarterbacks. Like Prochet's quarterback, like you go back and watch that Michigan game, that ball was being intercepted left and right because he was trying to target Prochet. He was force feeding Prochet. And the dude was clearly covered up on some of the routes. And then Prochet decided to break loose and still got 160 yards and would have had 4 touchdowns that game. I think 2 of them got called back, or one got called back, and the other one, if he had got that left foot down, that'd have been that TD too. But I mean, they putting up the yardage in college. This one here, just for G Wiz, I saw this and I was like, wow, I got to put this up here.
Supposed to be doing it.
No. This is somebody completely else, and I give this not on the team at all. But as soon as I saw the numbers, I was like, goodness gracious,
They're not on the team.
not on the team.
Oh,
This is just for craps and giggles here.
Jesus.
During college.
That's all 4 years.
Yeah, that's 4 years. Just madness. Just killing the game, y'all. Let's see can anybody guess who this is in the comments here?
Man, nobody. Ain't nobody gonna know this. You stacking 4 years, boys. Ain't nobody gonna know this.
I mean, somebody might know it. Let's see if our buff is out there.
Gonna know this.
We'll give him an extra 8
Everybody
seconds
hold
more
on,
because I think that's
hold
how
on.
slow the
Figure this
feed
out.
is.
Huh?
I think the speed is about 8 seconds behind. So we're gonna see who can guess this. Who this is as far as 6,464 yards and 73 touchdowns. This is a premier wide receiver in the league. And don't have the year that they did this in, but they tore the league apart and was definitely on the radar of the league. And this year, they are the MVP of the Super Bowl.
You talking about? You talking about what's my man name? I can't even think of his name. He was MVP for the Rams. What's his name? What's his name? All right, yeah. I went to what was it? East Washington, East Michigan, or East West Washington, West Michigan.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, your boy.
Cooper Kupp. I'm like, my goodness, he just ripped college all the way apart,
Yeah,
man.
they air raid offense, didn't they?
Yeah, they were tearing it loose over there. I'm like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, they that's what, isn't that the same? Didn't he go to school with No, he didn't go there. I was about to say
You thought you went with Likely?
Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo didn't go there, but Hey, man.
Now you tripping, bro? Are you serious? This guy is just he's a guy that he's not the fastest, but he still creates separation. He
Be
gets it
quiet,
done.
angry man.
Like, bro, he trying, bro. You really trying tonight. He just like, I'm gonna make a bet about Prochet. Prochet ain't that great. Then you gonna say Cooper Cuff's overrated?
Cup one of the best in the game, bro.
Bro, hello. I mean, he on that, bro. You want to hold that for me? Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah, a
Appreciate
little bit
you.
of that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that is definitely my guy here, just going crazy. Cracker Jack is going off, man. All right, so let's see. I think so. Some ones I
Oh,
was
Cracker Jack. I'm dead.
I've been saying that the last couple of shows.
Chill out, yo. Here you go, Cracker Jack, yo.
Oh my god. So anyway,
Oh, Cracker Jack, yo.
Jack has Dave Cully's eye,
Oh,
man. Yes, he does. Like, if y'all feel like y'all feel the need to slap Jack in here, just go ahead,
go ahead
ahead.
and slap him before we get up out of here, man.
Give the skinny claps, man. Because dude he be crazy. Yes, the delicious. Yeah, he's very nice, very nice. Some other numbers, I'll bring these up or whatever. I was gonna put them on the screen, but like I said, Cooper Cup had the 64-64 with 73 touchdowns. Our weed smoking friend who just couldn't put it down before the rules changed, Blackman had 3,564 yards and 40 touchdowns. And then Don Mega had the 29, 27, 28 touchdowns. I think that brought that up already. But I just want to let you know, like, hey, some of these guys deserve those shots. And they just had a crazy draft class to where there's a lot of different players that went off the board because their 40 times were boosted, or they just their draft stock was just a little bit higher. But these are some of these fifth round picks. I mean, they deserve their opportunities. You know, one particular fifth round pick that we all know that's a little crazy, but still had the skills. And I don't know, it's crazy, but still might get in the Hall of Fame is Antonio Brown. Not saying he should come to Baltimore at all. I'm just saying that the stats were there. He was given an opportunity and he thrived. He excelled. Pittsburgh is just very good at developing homegrown wide receivers, no matter what round they come out of. And here we are with two stellar wide receivers that deserve an opportunity to be something special. I think that's why Eric DeCosta believes in these guys. That's why he's not making moves right now. I know it's a lot of people mad, and they're frustrated because Julio's out there. Okay, that's great. Will Fuller's out there. Okay, that's great. We are at the point of free agency to where we're at the bargain market. We're at the flea market trying to piece together something. You know, I see the drapes over here, and I see the coffee table over here that's missing a leg. You know, you got your auntie's drapes that she don't hand it down from generation to generation that you trying to put up in Baltimore, and then you got this coffee table leg. You're like, I can fix that. I can fix that. Let's bring it into Baltimore. That is kind of where we're at as far as the signings for free agency. Now, if they're talking about trades, then of course only one for me makes sense. Debo Samuel. Bringing Debo Samuel to Baltimore would be spectacular. Does EDC want to roll out the Brinks truck? I don't think so. Does he want to get rid of his draft picks, his draft capital because he loves his lotto tickets? I don't think so. And that is why I am a big fan, a big a big fan of Prochet tearing it loose this season. So he can prove that hey, between him, Wallace, and Duvernay, and Bateman, of course, Bateman's gonna get his, they got it covered. There's no need to go after anything else right now. Just simply prepare for what is ahead and honestly let these undrafted free agents compete because they should have been drafted. They should have been drafted.
These two of them should have been drafted, I believe.
Yes, ambulance chasing. I love it. I love it, Bill Sills. Appreciate the donation, man. That's going to Cameron's Pokemon cards. But yes, it is the truth. It is ambulance chasing because what are you getting out of these guys? Will Fuller, you're going to get 5 games out of him, and you're probably going to get a touchdown each game. And then the rest of the season, he's going to be on IR for something because that's just how he plays. That's just what he does. He gets injured after he blows it up after a few touchdowns. Then Julio, last year, if you look at his stats, this dude played 10 games. He missed 7 games. He had maybe 340 some yards and 1 touchdown. That's not what we want here in Baltimore. You want a guy who's going to give you 1 touchdown for the whole season and not even be here the majority of the time? Y'all want that out of Julio? Because his production continues to drop off from 2019. 2019, yeah, he was balling. He had 1,300 some yards, whatever, right? Went to a Pro Bowl. I think they 13 touchdowns. He goes into 2020. Doesn't look as good. I think he only played maybe 9 games.
You know who might get traded?
Who that?
Thought about it. The Jets might want to trade us. They might want to trade for Chuck. I don't think it's gonna happen at first. If it does happen, it's gonna be weird. But
It wouldn't be weird for New York. That just welcome them to probably the 20 or 30 of Raven that they've brought in house since in the last 2 years.
First game of the season, so that's the only problem I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Denzel Mims, he got buried on the depth chart, not because he's not good, because he had an injury, and then of course the change of coordinators. Change the coaches.
Yeah, and you got Davis over there. You got Eli Moore.
Doug, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he came in a year before Joe Douglas got there.
Yeah,
he might be.
He didn't believe in what was there already.
Yeah, and Denzel Mims is a burner. And he's a big receiver, and he's young, and I'm sure he got a lot to prove. Only thing, this is what I'm saying. I never disagree with you as far as letting him get a chance. Only reason I'm worried about is the depth. As far as like, we got a million players that can play, a million receivers that can play in the inside slot, including the tight ends. You only got 2 jokers, that maybe 3 that can play on the outside. And my thing is that if we bring in a veteran, I want to bring in a veteran. Just he don't need to start, but somebody you want to have somebody there to coach him up. They still young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You think Julio gonna get us 800 yards off of 70 receptions and 8 touchdowns?
Who what?
KTSC, he's saying that Julio could get 70 receptions, 800 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
That's if he stay healthy, K.
Yeah, if he's healthy, and that's a big if, because right now, look at the last 2 seasons, the last 3 seasons. He hadn't played a full season since probably 2018, probably before that. I mean, looking at a guy right now that just can be broken signing the contract, just be all right, y'all, we in it. All right, I'm out 6 weeks. I'll see y'all pupless, baby. I'm hurting. I don't think
that's the problem I have. Julio my favorite receiver of all time. To be honest with
you. Yeah.
He's by far my favorite receiver of all time. When Jokers was talking, then obviously way before we all met.
Mm-hmm.
Jokers was talking about Des Bryant. Julio, I love Julio because he was humble. He didn't say nothing. His ball and spoke for itself. But if he can't stay healthy, like the last time he was truly healthy was what, 2019?
Yeah.
2018, when he was balling out of control for the last time. If they figure out a way to keep his hamstrings from, that's always his problem. His hammy's no good.
Mm-hmm.
I just want him to be there to coach up the young boys if he's there.
Yeah, and there's a leadership aspect to it, but there's also snatching reps. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. It's like
when you guys know you ain't snatching them in the game.
Yeah, it's just like but I was saying like training reps. Let's say they built this entire depth chart. They expected Julio to be the number 2 wide receiver next to Rashad.
I would think
all of a sudden those reps get taken away, valuable reps that our guys need. Guys like Tylan Wallace, he needs those reps in order to show everybody what he's got. Devin Williams waiting on those reps to show that he can make a roster.
But look, this would have been the same amount of stuff would have been going on as far as rep wise if we had somebody to replace. I'm just looking for somebody to replace Hollywood. Not saying they got to start.
Yeah.
For somebody to be in there, because if we have 5 that we definitely know we're gonna keep, that's good. I do expect us to bring somebody up from the that's one of these undrafted free agents, and it looked like it's either gonna be Williams or it's gonna be Polk.
Yeah, I would like to see Polk or Williams. Honestly, if we could carry 7 again, I'd say Polk for sure. Bring Polk and Williams in, but of course, if we had a racket stack, I'd choose one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I really like, as much as I like Williams, mm-hmm. I like Polk's tape. Polk's tape is great all around.
Polk got some wiggle, bro. I'm not even talking about before the ball. It's like his route running is pretty crisp.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one that was like, you 105 receptions in the SEC is not nothing to sneeze at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't nothing easy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. Bill Sears says that we're gonna bring in a wide receiver at this point. I'd like to see us trade for the player. I agree. Like right now, no flea market miss. None of this bargain barn crap that you looking over here. These broken deals. Oh, this could be great. We put some paint on this. No,
Yeah.
not at all. Absolutely not. Give us Debo. You know, give us. I'll be honest. I'm not the craziest fan of DK. I don't know. I guess in this system, I would like somebody that is a beast like Debo that can be used in multiple ways. I like that more than I like DK Metcalf. DK is that, I mean, he's going to be that deep shot guy who's going to bring down those 50-50 balls, whatever, but what else can he do? You know what I'm saying? Like he's got 1,300 yards, I think, last year. But I would like to see it done in different aspects because you're gonna have times where Lamar's gonna be rolling out of the pocket, looking for that interior guy who's gonna be coming across on a slant or something, or an aggressive, just beastly across the middle, probably about to get smacked by a linebacker type of catch, and he's gonna bring it down. He's gonna do his thing. DK, yes, over the top, deep shots. That's his thing. Ultimate elite speed, great, love it. But if we brought in either one, cool, I ain't gonna be mad. But I'd prefer Debo. All right. So then, of course, but the contract.
Oh, buddy.
Who
I
that?
see Wilbert in here.
Wilbert is in the building. Y'all on here talking about route running when Lamar only stares down Andrews and misses him 75. Bruh. I think you probably be right because I hadn't seen Cracker Jack in a minute, and Wilbert popped in after Cracker Jack. It might be. I think we're about to reveal this identity.
Yeah, I really hope Jack is black because you called him a cracker. I myself like, yo, I hope that dude ain't white. He go. I was like, I'm sick of that. Yo, I'm sorry.
Because I mean, I was just like, I crack he's cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But if you first said it, I was like, no.
Let's see. But yeah, so whoever says hello, my all to my undercover Browns fan, boy, you a fool with it. So Wilbert is still screaming at the top of the Raptors for Baker Mayfield to stay in Cleveland. He's very upset about it. Sorry about you, buddy. It's just kind of what's going to happen. I honestly, if I had to give a fair assessment on Baker, I think Baker has great upside to him. I think he could go to Carolina and work out his differences with Anderson over there, and they could be a really solid franchise because Baker, he wakes up feeling dangerous sometimes, and then he goes out and he's a gunslinger. I like the way Baker Mayfield plays. Honestly, when Baltimore, when before Lamar Jackson was even in our minds, like, hey, this could be this could be Baltimore's franchise leader. There were mock drafts that were leading Baker Mayfield to Baltimore, and I was kind of like, well, I wouldn't be too mad about it. But that was back in 2018. My mindset, my perspective has completely changed since then. I'm grateful for Lamar, and I am happy he's here. And I never want him to go anywhere. That's why he's on the back of my wall over here.
Nope.
I don't think I don't think I would have felt the same way about Baker. I've probably been still grateful that the Joe Flacco era was over. But I do think Baker had
part two.
Huh?
Flacco part two, just a shorter version.
Yeah, that's possible. All right, Wilbur says Baker is the man. He will go to an NFC team and beat the Browns in the Super Bowl. Go Baker, bro. You gotta
cut it out.
I don't know what's going on.
Put that out there,
dude. You've on that good. That was it. Something in alcohol. Just Lord.
Roofie them. He got roofing them.
He definitely got roof. You need to go get detox, bro. Go to the emergency room. They got some charcoal stuff to help you out. It'll be a little rough. It's nasty, but you'll get it out your system.
He got some roofing in him.
Yeah. So here we are, folks. We had 2 hours and 8 minutes. I remind you, please go back and watch the Motivational Minute. Hopefully that's something that'll take you through your day, through your life, and help you just keep on moving, because that's what we do here at the Couch Rider Report. We keep on moving through all of the craziness because we have original sports perspective from our cast for yours. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. I'm your host, the Couch Rider Raven. That's my main man, Cam Rue.
Yes,
We
sir.
saying, peace out.
Well, but get your butt here earlier next time, sucker.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Raven, Raven, Couch Rider. Raven, Raven, hey, Raven. We gon' ride out. Raven, Raven, hey, Raven, Couch Rider. Raven, Raven, hey, Raven. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.